What up, what up, what up, what up, guys? Back at it again. You already know what it is. Ranking 1, The Chronicles. As per usual, as per norm, as per usual. Scrolling into the archive one more again. Another interaction. This little link, this little podcast quickly becoming one of my favorite food for the brain so far as this gender war stuff. But let's tap into this one and see what they're talking about. Alright? Let's go. Whatever podcast. Here we go. Da-da-da-da-da. Charge.
To like seven guys, seven, eight. I don't like talk to all of them regularly. I don't see them regularly.
How
but,
old are you?
I'm 25.
Does it feel exhausting though?
Okay, so here's the reality. Even ugly girls can get laid. Okay, but ugly guys cannot get laid. So the real question for women is, how many guys want to marry you? That is the real question.
Do you even believe in marriage?
I think in the U.S. and I think in maybe other places where it's not like the government has control over you, then
Right.
yes. I think like marriage used to be something that was
was
beautiful
like a
and
co-
amazing.
I think it used to be like a construct of
guys.
controlling women.
Stop.
$50. You all can't pretend because some of you objectively look better than others.
Wait, so continue with your point.
I said formerly. You were saying marriage used to be a beautiful thing. I think formerly marriage existed as a construct to control women.
Damn. She's 25. Damn. I feel bad for my sons, yo. And my grandkids and stuff, yo. Well, again, you know what? Folks got to get out of the Western world. Got to have an exit plan. If you want to get married and have a legacy and build a family and build a legacy and build community, you got to get out of America. America ain't it. If you want to build a family, if you want to work countless hours and slave to your fingers to the bone and retire and not have a pot to piss on and not have nothing to show for it, yeah, stay in the U.S., work, pay bills, and die. But if you want to get married as a young person, you know, you aspire to be married and have a family, and you're living in the U.S., just leave. She's 25, and guess what? It's thousands, hundreds of thousands and more like her that think that way. Marriage was a construct created to control women. Huh. Okay. Say one more thing. Females nowadays are selfish as hell, yo. I don't think they realize how selfish they are. Everything is about them. Women just have this idea that everything is literally about them. Like they don't think men have struggles and men have sufferings. They don't think we have, you know what I mean? So what about, okay, this is a construct to control women. You don't think men could say something similar like, yo, well, let me say could say, men don't say, oh man, you know, I got married and I got a wife and family. Now I gotta fuck around and provide for them, man. I got a social construct that leading me to have to provide for my family and be the man of the house. Men don't see that ignorant shit because men already know, you know, we gotta be a man and we gotta do what we gotta do for the family. But you got women that say this shit with their whole chest, like, oh, we think it was a construct to control women. Oh boy.
Stop the account.
Or actually, that was the wrong
Historically,
one.
no.
Hold
Everybody
on,
just like
I gotta
wanted to
fix
do
that.
this hunky dory. We're all in love, you know.
Yeah, women were actually
wait.
always chasing guys to get married. Women were actually chasing guys to get married because that was his protector. That was the guy who's paying for the house and things like that. So
Wait.
it's
Yeah,
actually-
but don't you
Hold on,
understand the
hold on,
systemic sexism that has led women to the point of needing to get married?
Are women more happy
Marriage was not something to control women.
I actually think now, these days, in this generation, especially this year, that a lot of the men are the ones that are really rushing into marriage, especially the ones in the military and especially the
Correct.
ones that
Hide
have
that,
a lot
Carson.
of backlash.
Yeah, I think now personally in this generation, like women don't get a lot of benefits out of being married. Like it just adds a lot of problems.
It adds more.
What in the flying fuck? Women don't get benefits out of being married? So what the fuck does men get? Is she living in the US? Is she living in the Western world? Women don't get benefits out of being married? Oh, Jesus, sweet Jesus, mother of fucking God. So I guess men get benefits. Who gets 99.999% of alimony, child support, child caring, house, car, land, wealth? When the courts get done with a divorce, is it usually men or women that get shit to run off into the fucking wilderness with, or to ride off into the sunset? Women don't get no kind of benefits these days from marriage, they just get headaches? Get the fuck out of here. What? Wow. Yo. 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 Wow. Yo, I feel sorry for my sons, for my kids, bro. Vernell, Devon, DeAndre, Kwame. Y'all get y'all well, y'all already got passports. Buy tickets, my niggas. Fly out this bitch if you're trying to wife something. These Western American women, they ain't it, bro. They are not it. Find yourself a Guyanese, Jamaican, Trini, West Indian, Caribbean, African woman to marry. Leave these American women alone. And we wonder why passport bros exist. She had the gall and the audacity to say that women don't have no benefits of getting married these days. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck do men have? I guess that means men get all the benefits of having being married, huh?
More to my life.
Actually,
than
women
a
get
lot.
more. Actually, women get more because if you guys get divorced, you guys take half of the shit. You take the kids.
That's
Yeah,
what
but what if he doesn't have anything?
Yeah,
the one
so,
that's working.
but would you guys
That's
even
what
want to
I'm
marry a guy who doesn't have anything?
I have. That's why I divorced him. He had nothing.
Let me
He
tell you
lied.
something.
go.
Let me tell you something. With men in the military, like, they only want to marry you because it gets them more money at the end of the day. Like,
Yeah.
so especially Marine men
Yep.
and Navy men, I can tell you that most of them, like, I've had men that are in the Marines that have literally only hit me up and talked to me because they want me to marry them.
That's the. That's
But
a-
I don't get anything out of it.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing about the military. Is there's a lot of guys who are.
These girls are yo. How is it people get this one-way mindset thinking like, and these supposed to be adults, young adults, and they like to call themselves adults when they're 18 because they can move out the house and yada yada yada. That's why I say, man, a lot of motherfuckers don't really mature until they're 30 and over 30. Then they realize what the world is really about. So she's equating men trying to hustle the marriage system as the same as people legitimately trying to marry and build a fucking legacy. She's trying to put those two in the same basket. We're not talking about military. We're not talking about men that are marrying for money or marrying to hustle the United States system to get extra dollars on benefits and shit because they're married. We're not talking about those, rabbit. How is it that people just get this one go with this one way of thinking and don't see, okay, well, why would you equate that, what you're talking about there, to the fact that what they're talking about is the genuine honor and respect and the whole idea of being married that's been going on since the beginning of time? We're not talking about fucking Marines and fucking Navy and Army and people marrying for money or marrying for visas and green cards and citizenship. We're talking about people genuinely come together to form a union, to marry and grow old and die together. We're talking about that marriage. We're not talking about that other shit. It just knocks me out how you always gotta bring people to the realization of what you really. Why is you guys gotta explain, like, common sense really ain't that common, bro. Common sense is really overrated. And these supposed to be adults. Then you have the other chick that's talking about but marriage, women don't get nothing out of marriage. Then you have the other one. The first one talk about marriage was a social construct to control women. Yeah. My son's got to, y'all hurry up and get y'all plane tickets. Y'all already got passports. Fly the fuck out of here to find a wife. Because these Western women, American women, Western women, they're not it, bro.
Actually
Fuck
sucks
outta here.
in the military because one, they're not, and you guys might have a lot of experience with this, talking to guys in the military. One, because they aren't around a lot of females, right? You're only surrounded by like 99% of dudes. Another thing as well is, yeah, the benefits. Like one, already in the military, you're not getting paid well at all, right? So it already tells guys, yeah, get married so you could get off of base because you get to live off base and you get paid. So a lot of guys are very interested in the idea of marriage, so they'll just go out and marry a stripper, and then she divorces him, she cheats on him, whatever. So it's
Okay.
not good.
Hold on. So I need to really focus in on what we're actually talking about. You had something
Yeah.
to say. Go
Bring
ahead.
it back. Bring it back to
So I
reality,
said
man.
that with
Bring it back to
women
reality,
in
not
the
this
military,
sideshow
a
of
lot
marriage.
don't
Bring it back to
have,
real marriage.
like, exposure
Please.
to other women, so then when they get into the military, especially when they get in young, they're also a bit naive because they don't have a lot of dating experience. So immediately they think, when I date this girl, she's kind of into me. Oh my god, I want to marry her.
That's it.
Yeah.
What the fuck is these chicks only around military men that want to marry for money and benefits? These chicks never heard of traditional marriage and people that want to grow old and marry for marriage sake? Why they hanging on to this military men marrying for extra benefits and money for? Are they kidding me? So that's what the world of marriage is based on. The whole term of being married is based on military men trying to marry for benefits. Is that what the creation of the world started? Marriage, when marriage first came into the world, that's what it was started for? That's who was running the torch, was military men marrying for come up. Why are they hanging on to that when that's not what marriage is? In fucking sane.
Okay. So guys, sorry. I will get to the soup jets here, but okay, I want to bring it back to the rating system thing. So
Oh God,
you said you
unbelievable.
were 10. You said all the girls at the table are 10.
Yeah, you gotta
So-
love yourself, man.
But so if everyone's a 10, can we agree on this following statement? Some people are more physically attractive than others.
No, I think that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So
Of course she would say that. As if it's not obvious enough, I'm going to point it out. She's the chunkiest one at the table. Of course, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. The other girls are relatively smaller than her, slimmer than her, trimmer than her, more eye candy appealing than her to the average man. Yes, some men like love hands and a little bit to grab onto. Cool, we know that. But let's be honest. At a first glance, at any one of them chicks at the table, physique-wise, she would not be the first pick. But of course, the chunkiest monkey at the table would say, yeah, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Get the fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of
I
here.
don't agree with that.
Okay, but there are certain, like, there's something to aesthetics, like there's something about facial symmetry that, generally speaking, if you put together a group of 100 people, they can sort of like, they'll rank people by attractiveness, and they'll kind of,
Right, more attractive is more symmetrical.
well, they'll be able to reach a consensus. So if everybody's a 10, nobody's a 10.
Exactly. If everybody's a 10, then nobody's a 10. Then who is? If everybody's a 10, who is? You know what I'm saying? Just like if we were all superstars on the face of the planet, who is? If we're all if we're all the best, who is? Nobody.
Okay, so you think you're
Everybody can be a 10. And again, not saying that heavy set women,
Listen, don't take this the wrong way.
not saying that heavy set women, men are not attracted to heavy set women or whatever. That's not what I'm saying. But usually we all know as a man, the average man off rip is not going to gravitate. If you put all these women in a room that's sitting right there right now, so far as aesthetics and looks, and you ask 9 out of 10 men, she would not be the first pick. Let's just keep it a stack. You might look, if you've got a room of, was it like 5 of them there at the table or 6 of them, whatever, and you put a room of 10 or 20 men in the room to pick from these set of women, at least 18 out of 20 of the men will not pick her as a first pick. Not me. That's society. That's the universe talking. That's not me. That's just how the universe works. But let's go.
You're not a
Please
10.
lay it on me.
You're not a 10.
Okay, that's just your opinion.
I'm not going to rate you, but you're not a 10.
Okay.
No. He's right. You're not a 10. And it's not him being sexist, as I might want to call it. That's just walk outside the door and the universe will tell you real quick what you are. You can believe you're a 10 all you want in your head or in your stomach, whatever. You can think you're a 10. That's cool. We all can think we're 10s. But when you walk outside your door, the universe judge you. The universe tell you what the hell you are. But, cool.
You don't have to rate me, and that's just your opinion.
Well, it is. Listen, look.
You don't like fat bitches?
You took it there.
Wow! You could have just said no. That's okay. Not
Actually,
everybody
okay.
does.
I don't.
See, I can go in on her, man. I can go in on her, but it's not my place. It's not, it's no reason for me to go in on her. I don't know that chick. I don't know her. I can go in on her, and it's even the girls at the tables was like, wow. It looked, the one right next to her is like surprised, like, damn, she said that. Yeah. And you see, there's a lot of times people would look at her behavior right there and see, you go girl, slay, confidence. That's not confidence. That's insecurity. That's not confidence. People, don't be fooled. That's insecurity. Most time when people act that way and portray this big confident shell outside, they cry in the dark and cry at night and cry when they're by themselves. She knows she's overweight and she said fat. She portrayed most of these, and especially from females, especially with this weight issue, when they come out like that and put up all this confidence shit, they're miserable and sad and hurt inside. They just portray this mask outside that they're confident about their weight and all this shit. That's why, she tried to, and I gotta give it to her, she tried to call herself out before somebody called her out so far as weight thing. She called herself a fat bitch. Nobody called her a fat. She called herself that. But hey, but that's not confidence. Don't be fooled. That's insecure. Because most times, most confident people, first of all, confident people don't have to express their confidence. Confident people move in silence. You know what I'm saying? Confident people already know they're confident. They ain't got to be arrogant about it. Insecure people got to put this front up to make you believe that they're strong and secure, when in actuality, a lot of times they're not. They're just loud and trying to scare people off with their loudness because they're insecure as fuck. Bars.
Okay, listen, let me tell you something. Everyone has personal preference, and at the end of the day, overall, there is always going to be someone better or someone that has something more than what you have. And everyone is attracted to different people. So, like, I could say he's attractive.
And that's sisterhood 101. That's female 101 right there, the redhead. The one that's speaking right now. What she's doing now, she's coddling. She's already creating a buffer zone for the one heavyset chick. She's already, creating that comfort area for her. And that's what women do. More props to women. Props to y'all for that shit. Y'all would coddle each other and protect each other like that. Dudes, we don't do that shit. Oh, we'll tell the fat motherfucker, we'll tell the big man, you fat motherfucker, you ain't getting no pussy, you ain't getting no play. We'll laugh and clown the shit out of him. Ain't no mercy. But women, that's what y'all do. That's fine. Y'all females, y'all do what y'all do. But I'm just pointing out the fact that, you see, she already in protective mode. She protecting her. She already catering to her, cushioning her. And that's how women become delusional too. That's how women get to feel secure and they embrace their fuckery. Because now the heavyset chick, now she feeling safe now. Yes, people prefer. Yes, and people do have preferences. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just y'all pay attention. Y'all see what if y'all can see what I see. I know we watching the same video, man.
But I could say he's not attractive.
Right.
But someone else could find him attractive and someone could find him ugly.
Sure.
So everyone's a 10.
But I do
No one
agree that not everyone here is a 10. Nobody here is a 10.
I don't think anyone here is a 10.
Exactly.
By the way, look at her eyelash. It got all fucked up. Wait, can you show it to them? Hold it up to the camera.
How do I show it? Do I share it like that? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
love.
Rip. Rest in peace. Cynthia's
Oh, no.
eyelash.
You got it.
Okay, so the 10 thing. 10s have modeling contracts.
Okay.
Like,
Are you saying that that's not something that I could have?
I think there's a lot of plus size models too.
See, once again, loud and proud. He ain't said nothing about you cannot have a modeling contract. He's just stating something that's obvious in society for most women that are considerably tens. And if every woman is a 10, then by definition, every woman should be on a magazine cover or being able to snatch up a modeling contract by just walking in the door of an agency or something off rip if you're a 10 off the rip. We know that ain't real. Because every woman, everybody, man or woman is not a 10. Everybody's not a 10. If you was a 10, you could just come out this shower, put on a robe, some Crocs or some flip-flops and walk into a modeling agency, your hair still dripping wet, and be like, yeah, I'm here to model for Calvin Klein or I'm here to model for Gucci or whoever. And he'd be like, oh my God, your chiseled bone line. Oh my God, you're stunning. Your body, your bone. Oh my God. Bob, Mike, Frank, Joey, get the cameras. And they start shooting you right now. Boom, next day you on a front page cover. Since she's such a 10, you think she can do that? Fuck out of here. Where?
Nowadays, like everybody's.
I think Calvin Klein is hiring.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, but
Victoria's
that's
Secret.
that's like the clown world, like the fucking that whole movement. But like, okay, here's my issue with people rating themselves as a 10. If you gas yourself up to the point where you have an inaccurate self-assessment of your physical attractiveness, you are going to be trying to command a partner that, quite frankly, you are not going to be able to lock down for long-term commitment. If I think, well, men and women are different, so I can be delusional, but it's not really going to help. Women can still sleep with men, but those men will never commit to them. So,
Who says that I'm looking for commitment though?
I mean,
You know what I mean? Like it's all.
do you want kids one day?
No.
Do you want to have a life partner one day?
Maybe.
Do you prefer having relationships, or do you prefer just having a constant rotation of men?
I prefer to be single, and sometimes that includes a rotation of men, and sometimes that includes just.
She prefer to be single. If she don't shut the fuck up, she prefer to be single. No, what you prefer is to not be chosen. That's what you prefer, to not to be chosen. Motherfuckers do this all the time. I'm happily single. I chose to be single. No, you just can't keep a motherfucker. So therefore, you're left single. And you became single for so long, you got used to being single. You're complacent being single. So now you gotta dwell and sit and marinate in the cesspool of singleness because, yeah, you can't secure a relationship. So of course now you're gonna resort to saying, yeah, I'm happily single. No, you're not. No, you're not. And again, these is 24, 25-year-old women, females. You see how you look, zoom in, y'all honing on the look on the girl next to her face. You can see you can look at her eye and her expression. It's a sense of pity. You can see the pity. She's looking at her like she's pitying her. Because that girl that's talking about she preferred to be single, the heavy-set chick, she's hurting, man. She ain't confident. She's insecure, and basically she already, you know what I'm saying? Based on the type of dudes she deal with or the type of dudes that run up on her, and she obviously is, she for the streets. She out there just giving it up. She out there giving up, and guess what? Men being men, they're running through her because she giving it up. So in her way, and that's why she seemed to think she's a 10, because she heavy set and she got some love handles and stuff. Men just knocking it down, knocking it down, knocking it down. So in her eyes, men want her. No, they don't want you, sweetheart. They just want to smash. Yeah. And that's what females do a lot. They get confused with sex and relationship. A lot of men running you down to sleep with you and just move you to the side and sleep with you. That's not men wanting you. That's men wanting to smash. A man wanting you would be a man that want to stay with you. That man wants you. Man wanting to sleep with you is just a man want to bust a nut and be out. But what do I know? I'm just a heterosexual man that know what the fuck I'm talking about so far. Shut up, Rankin. Shut up.
Just me.
Okay, well, to each their own. However, I would say most women, generally speaking, they want to have, most women want to have kids and want to have a family. Not all women, certainly. And even women who don't, though, if you have an inaccurate self-assessment of your physical attractiveness, you're going to think that you deserve a certain caliber of man that you might be able to sleep with, maybe, but he's just not going to commit to you. And you're going to look at men that are actually your looks equivalent, and you're going to think you're settling for them, when in reality, that's your equivalent. And you're going to treat those guys like shit. Or you're just not going to even fuck with them to begin with.
Right.
You're going to, and I think that's the big problem with modern dating. Women will confuse sexual interest for relationship interest. Because women can very easily sleep with men that are of a higher either socioeconomic status or physical attractiveness. Those men might sleep with you, but they'll never commit to you. So women can sleep with like pretty attractive guys because those attractive guys welcome the easy access.
If you're serious about your podcast,
Yep. It just baffles me nowadays, bro. It really does, man. It kills me the amount of game that men dropping on women nowadays. Women getting the cheat code as to how men operate. And yet and still women out here just doing dumb shit and then looking like deer in a headlight when they get left in the dust. Like, motherfucker, y'all ain't been watching the internet or watching the news or watching shit. Men literally telling women how men operate, and then women sitting there and saying, no, that's not. Really? So you telling me, a man, how a man operate? Have you ever been a man? I've never been a woman. I won't sit here and try to tell you about menstrual cycle and how women deal with emotional stuff, emotionally and all that shit. I ain't never been a woman. I ain't a woman. But I sure the fuck can sit here and tell you how men think so far as hooking up and manipulating women to sleep with them type shit. Men out here just literally giving women free game. Free game. Free fucking game, yo. Giving women the cheat code about men of manology 101. And women still sitting there and with their whole chest and saying, that's not what men wanted, that's not men how men are. Okay. You keep running into the goddamn brick wall and see what happened when you turn 40 and you realize that you done fuck your whole life away and you ain't got a pot to piss in or a goddamn relationship or whatever. And there's another thing with this relationship and happily single and chose to be single and all this shit. It's one thing when older women say that, but it's another thing when you see these young chicks in their 20s, ain't even 30 yet, that's saying that shit. It sounds good to a lot of these younger chicks, because they ain't old enough yet to realize what it is to be in a decent relationship. They ain't never really had no relationship. And they're still young to where they got a lot of access, a lot of dudes hitting them up, trying to hook up with them. So they feel they got all these options. They feel like they're the shit. Like, they ain't gonna never run. They feel their time is infinite. They ain't gonna never run out of time. When the reality is, we all run out of fucking time. People say better late than never. Fuck that. I believe better early than late. There's a lot of things in life you need to get out of the way early. The earlier the better. That way later on in life you can be chilling. And then for the older women that say that shit happily single and whatever, it's because they done went through some messed up relationships or whatever, or they done did so much shit that they couldn't secure a relationship, so they got old and ain't nobody really fucking with them no more. So they done settle down and come to terms with that. Okay, I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life, so I'm just gonna say I'm happily single. Which is cool. I'm not saying, I ain't no fucking relationship guru, but I know what I see, and I know what I know. So yeah, That's how that works. But most women, it's younger women that say that shit. They say that shit because they're still young and they got a lot of options and a lot of men still hitting them up. But wait until all that attention dry up. Then they're looking around like, oh my God, like where all the good guys at? Oh my God, these guys ain't shit. Oh my God, nah, shorty, you ran your clock out. You had a whole lot of good guys coming around, but you was too easily, freely giving it up, not giving a fuck. Now you old and washed up. No man don't want that shit. Peace